Welcome to Blockchain Basketball Betting. Charles, Ash, Jeremy, and I worked on this project for the Harmony University Hackathon.
One of the problems that we've noticed with betting or sports betting mainly is that there is a centralized party, this sports book or some sort of casino or center party that administers the betting. And the problem with centralized betting is that the house always wins. The people who administer the betting can set lines that are advantageous to them and ensure that in the long run, they earn more from people who are betting than the people who bet earn in prizes. And so we wanted to fix this problem. And the best way to fix this problem is to create a decentralized platform for sports betting. The second problem with this is that when a centralized party owns all the money, payouts are really muddled, even when people do win. And so this can be solved also on the blockchain.
As Charles described, our solution to this was to implement a decentralized betting platform. Key benefits are it's fair and intuitive, unlike the muddled centralized platforms that he described. And by building it on the blockchain, of course, as a web application, anybody can access it. All you have to do is have access to some sort of wallet. In our case, we used MetaMask to allow for onboarding to be pretty straightforward. Payouts are secure because we're using the blockchain. All of the code in our smart contracts is all the code in there ensures that we can distribute payments securely and in a reliable fashion. Our data source is a reliable basketball API. And we have a script that every single day goes through and determines who the winners are of given games. As far as future goals, we definitely want to support more complicated bets. We want to expand to other sports beyond basketball and more chains besides Ethereum and Harmony.
Yeah, so here's a diagram of how we designed the front end, all of the smart contracts, as well as kind of where we pull in external data or rely on the blockchain. So let's start with this main contract right here, which is betting.sol. It's a Solidity smart contract that we wrote. And there's like three key functions that we want to talk about here. So the first one is populate games. And what this does is upon deployment of the contract will actually fetch from this Ball Don't Lie API, which is a free basketball API that we found online. And it will basically populate all of the games within the current NBA season. And what this allows us to do is it allows us to get this like menu of all the different games. And then from that menu of games, what the user is able to do is they're able to submit bets. And every time you submit a bet, the bet function is called with a few parameters, one of them being which team you bet on, and then as well as the game ID that you bet on. And then so the smart contract will eventually keep track of all of these different bets. These will be written and stored on the Harmony blockchain. And then every day, the getWinner.js file calculates the winners of the previous day's games and then calls this distribute prizes function, which then releases all of your money to your wallet. In this case, we support MetaMask. And right now, this getWinner.js is just a cron job running locally on my computer once a day, but we plan to eventually host it either on some sort of server on the cloud or find some way to automate it. A little bit more about the front end. So the front end was built using React, and then we hosted it for free on Firebase with Firebase hosting. And then so this is the application page that you can see. There's like features to connect the wallet. And then on the next slide here, we can actually see the landing page. So this image right here is actually taken from the Create Wealth in Harmony video. And when we saw that video, we were really captivated by two things. One of them being obviously the people playing basketball, which is kind of where the idea originally came from, but also just this idea of like building and like together as one and just coming together was something that really resonated with us.
Yeah, and so if you want to learn more about our project, feel free to check out our website as well as our GitHub where we have the open source code. We also have a longer demo and discussion of our app on this YouTube video, as well as our smart contracts are deployed at the address shown below. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message on Twitter. We'll be happy to discuss this in more detail. And thank you to Harmony for sponsoring this.